Okay guys, welcome to a new video. And today will be another episode of Kaiju Yappin. I just want to give my insight on if the Monsterverse really is a cinematic universe. Now, I am going to say this. I personally don't think it is. A lot of people call it that, and I feel like that it's not completely true. To be honest, it's a lot more similar to another franchise that I'll talk about in a little bit. I feel like the Monsterverse is having only two franchises with Godzilla and Kong, two main characters. A cinematic universe would be something like a Rodan film. You'll get a bunch more spin-offs than just two characters. So, and now it's just Godzilla and Kong movies. So it's definitely not one now. So I feel like the Monsterverse is not a MCU type thing. It's just not. It's not like the MCU. It's not like the DCU. Well, it's probably going to be a little bit like that. It's not like any other cinematic universe. It's just not. That's just the way I feel. I don't think it is. It has leanings from those worlds and from those franchises. I think it is more like two franchises that also merged into one. To be honest, I think the Monsterverse, along with Monarch, are more like the Alien versus Predator movies, and just a lot more like the Alien and Predator franchises in general. Now, these movies have a special place in my heart. I love the Alien and Predator movies. They're all great in my opinion. I think they're all awesome, except for the Predator, because I had a very insensitive kind of outlook on autistic people. So the Predator sucks. But I mean, like, in terms of other movies like Alien 3, I even like Alien 3. That was a good movie. All these movies are awesome, and the Predator films, I love all of the Predator films except for the Predator. But I will say this: they're very similar to the Monsterverse in how they are constructed and how the both franchises are constructed. You have basically how I saw it with the Monsterverse before the GXK films was that basically each film is like its own standalone thing with its own director and style. A lot like the Alien and Predator movies, where each film was very different. Even Alien and Aliens, those two films are really different from each other, but they're part of the same series. So, I feel like that Alien vs. Predator coming out back to back with two Alien and Predator movies, with Godzilla and Kong coming out with two back-to-back crossovers, and now a third one on the way, which Alien vs. Predator was actually going to do a third film after Alien vs. Predator Requiem. That film didn't do too well, so they didn't do it. It feels like the same thing, because each film is mainly focusing on their own story, their own ideas. They feel very similar to me, like they really do. And I feel like I don't hear people talk about this enough. Like the Alien and Predator films, a lot of them are standalone, a lot of them are their own thing. Monsterverse is like that too. So it's like that in its own way. It has its own lore. Also, another thing with Alien and Predator, the comics of each series retcon a lot of stuff from the films, and the films retcon a lot of stuff from the comics. So in that way, it's also a really similar thing, because the Monsterverse has a similar thing going on with that, where the films don't really mention the comics, and the comics are introducing all these things that aren't in the movies, and it's just introducing a lot of these things that kind of make it all convoluted. A lot like how the Alien and Predator films, that franchise does their stuff. A lot of the comics that come out for the Alien and Predator movies, some of them say they're canon, but they're really not. The Monsterverse is like that. It's not like the MCU. it's its own thing along with Alien vs. Predator. Those two series are the same. And I'm sure after the Monsterverse, after they do all these films, they're going to separate Godzilla and Kong for a bunch of years. A lot like how Alien and Predator are doing the same thing. After AVPR, they made Predators, Prometheus, an anthology series basically. That's what I see it as. So just to have these connections, it's just really cool. I'm really excited for Prey 2 and Predator Badlands coming out. Well, Predator Badlands is coming out in October of this year. Alien Earth. I loved Alien Romulus, but that was just a great movie. Actually, I have some funny drama that happened after the movie on X that I kind of want to go over. That I was totally in the wrong about, and I was just like on the hype train of that movie. So on Twitter, I kind of just like, man, you're dumb. You're dumb for not liking this new Alien movie. And basically, I got into a confrontation on Twitter over this shit, over fucking Ash CGI AI conspiracy. I got into a little skirmish with Rick the Squirrel, and to Rick the Squirrel, I am so sorry. I am not like that. Trust me, I am not like that. I am very embarrassed that happened, that I fanboyed out on Rick the Squirrel, one of the biggest Godzilla people on YouTube. So that was just embarrassing, and I'm very sorry about that. Respect your opinion, man. You're cool. So yeah, that's it, guys. See you guys later, and have a great day. Bye.